not only in Calgary, messages everybody, every person living in this world, if we see the world is going towards a great havoc, which is a sensible person can see, visualize. So this is my message all the time, and this is not my message, it's the message of every sensible person. This is the desire and wish of every sensible person. This peace prevails in the world, is maintained in the world. So I am just to enhance that concept within the community and to the people at large.
Thank you. Hi there, Your Holiness. Thanks for making time with us here today. Just wondering, what brings you here to Calgary? I know you're meeting with our mayor, Mr. Menchie, and our police chief.
You see,
what are you expecting to discuss with those folks?
Wherever our community lives, I do go there, pay visits to them, meet them, see their condition. Being the head of the Amrit community, it is also my duty to enhance their spiritual level, to make them realize what their duties are. Being an Ahmadi has to be law-abiding, and Ahmadi has to be peaceful, peace-loving. Ahmadi has to spend a harmonious life. He has to live amicably with his fellow beings. So these are the messages I always extend to my people. And when I see them, I meet them, I also come to know about their problems. And as much as I can solve, I try to solve them. So my main purpose to go anywhere in the world is to meet the people, members of the Ahmadiyya community. And if I get chance to speak to the other people, I do extend the message of peace and love, which is portrayed by Islam to everybody. So my purpose of coming here was to see my people. And fortunately enough, I have seen you. Right?
First of all, I will like to ask you, because you are such a big peace lover throughout the world, you are spreading such a good human rights values to all over the world through your community. And I came to know specifically in Pakistan, Bangladesh and Indonesia, your community is facing so many human rights violations. And would you like to say a few things about that? What kind of things are happening there?
You see, as far as Pakistan is concerned, there was a law enacted in 1974 which says, and that has happened, I think that was the first time in the history of political government that they declared Ahmadis not Muslims, not non-Muslims, not Muslim for the purpose of law and constitution in their assembly. And since then, we were, according to them, we are not in the fold of Islam in their eyes. But in our view, we are the true followers of Islam. We are the people who spread the true message of Islam. And we believe that we are true Muslims. So, whatever the other people say or think, but whatever I believe about myself, I have the right to say it. Then, in 1984, the Zia regime, who was a military dictator, further reinforced that law by saying that now you cannot use, you cannot give the name to your child as Muslim give. If a child is born there, you cannot give him the name Muhammad or Ahmad or Abu Bakr or something. Any of the Muslim names. He said that you cannot profess and preach your religion or whatever you believe. Then he further said that if you did it, you will be imprisoned for 3 years rigorous imprisonment or a fine or both. And you cannot say salat or namaz, prayer, 5 times the mosque. You cannot call your mosque, worship place as mosque. So this was the situation at that time. This is why my predecessor, the head of the Ahmadi community, the fourth successor of the Prophet Messiah, had to migrate from Pakistan, and he came to London, and he lived till he passed away. Then this was the situation in Pakistan. Then this situation, because of this situation, or I can say some organizations were involved, or some Muslim countries were involved, they also tried to ban Ahmadiyya community in some of the Muslim countries. Malaysia also passed a law, but it was not being enforced to such an extent where they cannot profess, preach, or do whatever they like. Then in Indonesia they also tried. And this law or this type of free hand, I can say, gave all the, I should say, the enemies of Islam, or those clerics, fanatics, who were not practicing Muslims. So this, they were also given free hand in Indonesia and in Bangladesh to commit any atrocity against Ahmadis, whatever they like, right? So as far as Indonesia is concerned, the government to some extent is supporting them. But in Bangladesh, only Muslim mullahs or clerics are doing it, or some fanatic groups are doing it, but government is not supporting them. So situation is different in different countries. But we are being victimized. Brutalities and extremity are being committed against us. So this is the situation in these 3 countries. But not only in these 3 countries, in all the Muslim countries, Ahmadis cannot freely preach and profess and practice their religion.
Your Holiness,
Even in India, in certain areas where there is Muslim majority, we are being victimized. And police and administration sometimes does not give us justice because they fear that if they did it, the majority Muslims or majority of their Muslim voters will not support them. अच्छा, now उर्दू क्या कहते हैं?
उर्दू में मैं चाहता हूँ थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में।
आपने इंग्लिश में सवाल किया था, मैंने इंग्लिश में जवाब दे दिया, उर्दू में सवाल करें।
जी, योर हॉलीनेस, मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप जो ऐसी तशज्जुद आपके ऊपर हो रही है, आपकी कम्युनिटी के ऊपर, और आप पीस के मसीहा हैं दुनिया भर में, इतना अच्छा मैसेज देती है आपकी कम्युनिटी, जहाँ पे भी जाते हैं हम इनके बारे में अच्छा ही सुनते हैं, बुरा नहीं सुनते कभी। तो तो क्या कारण है पाकिस्तान, मलेशिया और बांग्लादेश
जैसे मुस्लिम सवाल ये है कि हम तो सही तालीम जो इस्लाम की है वो फैलाते हैं,
जी
तशद्दुद होता है। ये कानून पास हुआ पाकिस्तान में, उसके बाद तशद्दुद शुरू हुआ ज़्यादा। पाकिस्तान में तो हम 84 से पहले भी रह रहे थे ना,
जी
और पाकिस्तान का साथ दिया हमने पाकिस्तान बनने में 47 में। तो जब कानून पास किया भुट्टो ने, उसको दोबारा उसको मज़ीद उसमें अमेंडमेंट करके या उसको मज़ीद ताकतवर बनाने के लिए ज़ियाउल हक ने उसमें मज़ीद एडिशन की, इस पर अपने पास करके इसमें कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में तो तरमीम नहीं की, बल्कि वो इसको मज़ीद जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्शन उसमें मज़ीद डाल दिए। उसके बाद बांग्लादेश है, तो बांग्लादेश में एक वक्त था कि मुल्ला की गवर्नमेंट या मुल्ला कोएलिशन गवर्नमेंट थी, उस वक्त गवर्नमेंट कुछ नहीं कर रही थी, लेकिन अब मुल्ला के पास जोर है, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट उसको दबाने की कोशिश करती है। गवर्नमेंट इन्वॉल्व नहीं है इसमें। इंडोनेशिया में भी से पहले मलेशिया में कानून बना था, लेकिन इतना ज़्यादा फोर्सफुल नहीं था वो। उसके बाद इंडोनेशिया में वो कानून सिर्फ इस हद तक तो नहीं पास हुआ, लेकिन जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है वो बहरहाल मुल्ला का साथ देती है, और इसी की वजह है कि वहाँ ये जुल्म सारे हो रहे हैं। उसके बावजूद हम रिटेलिएट नहीं करते उसी तरह जिस तरह वो चाहते हैं, बल्कि हम फिर भी अमन और प्यार मोहब्बत से रहने की कोशिश करते हैं, और यही गवर्नमेंट को पैगाम देते हैं। कानून हम अपने हाथ में नहीं लेंगे, क्योंकि हम पाबंदी करने वाले हैं कानून की। आई थिंक इट्स योर टर्न। और he has taken much time anyway.
Your Holiness, when acts of violence are carried out in the name of Islam, how much harder does that make your job?
When acts of violence are completed, repeat the question again.
When acts of violence are carried out in the name of Islam, how much harder does that make your job of promoting the message of peace?
You see, whether there is act of violence or not, we have been doing it continuously, right? So it is not that when there is any action, any act is done, or any violence is done by the extremist, then we come out and then try to defend Islam. But we have been doing it all the time, right? So just recently, when the new converts to Islam murdered one of the soldiers in London, right? So it was not that because of that we have just come out and condemned that. We have been condemning it all the time. We have been giving the message of peace all the time, always, so that people should know the true message of Islam. So it is true that because of these things it gives us hard time, but it does not mean that because of this we are trying to defend Islam. But we are not trying to defend Islam. We are trying to portray the true picture of Islam. Right?
Thank you.
Your Holiness, just to kind of follow that up, we have seen a string of high-profile attacks carried out by extremists. You mentioned
I'm not following you, please.
Sorry, you mentioned the situation with the British soldier there. We've seen other incidences of extremism, such as the Boston bombings,
Yes.
via rail here in Canada. I guess beyond urging peace, what more can be done, or what will it take for that message to sink in and something to be done there?
You see, these groups, whenever they they try to disturb the peace of the society. They commit such type of extremist um, uh, actions, right? Whether it is Boston bombing or a murder of a London soldier, British soldier, or a plan which was aborted to blow up the train in Canada. So whatever it is, they are the actions of extremists. They just want to give the wrong message of true teachings of Islam, right? So this is why it is not that because of these things we come out and this is as I said and defend Islam. We have been giving this message to the world all the time that whatever this wrong actions or wrong portrayal of Islam is being shown by given by them is should not be taken as the true picture of Islam. So the true picture of Islam is peace. Even in the Holy Quran, it is mentioned that you should not show enmity towards anybody, even if he is your enemy, without any reason. You see, you should not be jealous towards anybody. So, if this is the message, then, and even it says that a murder of a man without any reason is the murder of the whole of mankind. Then, if such is the teaching, then how is it possible that Islam gives the teaching to, or give the free hand to these people to commit any atrocity or whatever they like, right?
This is how much time we have right now. This is how much time we have for the media right now.
Right. Are you satisfied? If you have any question, I can give you some more time.
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
We're good, thank you. Yes.
Right? So I just want to make it clear that we are trying to give the true message of Islam, which is peace, love and harmony. Right? If you have read or listened to my lectures, you must have known that I always quote the Holy Quran when arguing about peace and condemning this type of fanaticism. Right? Okay.
We'll take that door. We'll have a seating arrangement for you till the photo op.